Pulaus or pilavs across the globe are considered to be one-pot meals. But the one that I'm making today is a little lengthy, a little tedious, but trust me, it's worth every second. What I'm referring to is a Zeresh pulao or a berry pulao. So let's begin. This pulao is made of 3 to 4 components. Let's begin with the first one, which is getting the chicken right. For this, I'm heating a pan. To this, I'm adding some ghee or clarified butter. Once the ghee heats up, I'll add in some sliced onions. And to make sure these cook faster, just a little bit of salt. Once these onion turns a little translucent, I'll be adding in half a chicken. Now this chicken has just been given a few slits so that the masalas steep straight in. This goes in the pan. I'm just going to turn this around a little so it starts getting a little scotch marks here and there. Well, I'm using a larger piece of chicken because that's how traditionally it's cooked. Well, if you're comfortable with cut pieces, please feel free to do so. Well, simultaneously, I've also put some water here to heat to cook the rice. I'm taking some from that and adding it to the chicken so that the chicken starts cooking faster. I'm going to cover this and make sure this cooks on low flame for 15 to 20 minutes or till it's well done. While the chicken is getting cooked, I've just moved it aside, and in this bubbling water, I'll be adding in long-grained rice which I've washed and soaked for at least 20 minutes. This straight goes in the bubbling water. A quick stir, and to this, just a little salt. This rice has been cooking for 10 minutes on high flame. It's 3/4 cooked. Let's drain this now. The rice is drained and ready. Let's start cooking it further. For this, in a deep bowl, let's take some ghee or clarified butter. The first thing that goes in are sliced potatoes. The potatoes forming the first layer. The next thing that goes on top is the parboiled rice. I'm going to cover this with a lid and allow this to cook on medium flame for half an hour. While the rice and chicken are both individually getting cooked, let's move on to the heart of this recipe, which is Advieh, an Iranian spice mix. For this, in a grinder, the first thing that I'm taking is nutmeg. I'm just going to roughly give this a few cuts, and this goes straight in the grinder. The next spice is untoasted cumin seeds, some untoasted coriander seeds, followed by cinnamon stick, green cardamom, a pinch of saffron. The star of this spice mix, which are Iranian rosebuds. These are dried rosebuds. I'm just removing the stalk and making sure I only take the petals. To this, finally, a little bit of sugar. I'm going to grind this into a fine powder. I'm going to transfer the Advieh spice mix in a clean bowl. The chicken has simultaneously cooked. And to this, let's add in a few spoonfuls of this mix. Let's mix this nicely and make sure the chicken is also turned over this time. The chicken gets nicely tossed in this. The chicken is completely cooked. It's been 30 minutes. Let me transfer this onto a plate and reserve it till further use. The chicken is cooked and ready, so has the rice. Off goes the flame, and let's now move on to the residual gravy which is still in the pan. I'm adding in tomato puree along with a little bit of water just to adjust the consistency of the gravy, sugar, and salt, which is as required. Give this a mix and allow this to cook till the raw taste of the tomato has completely gone away. Most components of the Zeresh pulao or the berry pulao are ready, but the final one is yet to come, which is the kofta. It's a chicken kofta for which I've taken chicken mince. To this, I'm adding some salt, yolk of an egg, and finally, Advieh. Mix this nicely. The chicken mince is ready and the oil is also heated up. In another bowl, I'm taking some egg white and giving this a light whisk. Just make sure while doing this, the egg white just kind of starts frothing up. I'm dipping my fingers in a little bit of water, applying a little on my palm as well, and just make small marble-sized balls. Give this a nice roll, something like this. Dip this into the egg whites and put these to fry. Continue doing this till the entire mixture is used up. Stir this gently and make sure this is cooked through and through. This can take anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes. These are fried and ready. I'm transferring these onto an absorbent kitchen paper. Two quick components for the final garnish. Let's begin with the first one, which is sweet saffron water. For this, some water goes in a pan, some sugar, along with strands of Iranian saffron. Well, if you cannot lay your hands on Iranian saffron, saffron from any part of the world would also work well. A quick stir and just make sure the sugar dissolves completely. Once that happens, off goes the flame. This is ready. I'm transferring this into another bowl, and in the same pan, let's start tossing the last few ingredients. To this, some blanched and peeled pistachios. Well, if you can get the Iranian ones, nothing like it. To this, some cranberries. Well, the original recipe calls for zeresh berries, which are also known as barberries. A little difficult to source, but if you can lay your hands, whew, that's about it. Some ghee or clarified butter, fried onions, and the koftas. A quick toss, followed by some rose water and a little bit of the sweet saffron water. Let's now move on to the final assembly. For the final assembly, I'm adding the sweet saffron water into the rice. Next, top in with some koftas, along with the pan-fried barberries, cranberries, fried onion, pistachios, ghee, and some sweet saffron water. The piece of pan-fried chicken, topped with the tomato gravy. And this berry pulao is served with something called tahdig, which is the scorched rice and potato, which is here at the bottom. So didn't I tell you, this berry pulao is worth every second of effort. Enjoy this and wait for what next the Bombay chef gets into your kitchen.